Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Sunday the 20th of November 2022. Now, we have been linked with yet another player. Obviously, we've got the January transfer window coming up. So, things are starting to bubble up now. And we have this from footballleagueworld.co.uk, but they're just reporting what someone else has said. And we'll get into that as we read the story. Millwall eyeing deal for World Cup bound midfielder from the Scottish Premiership. So this is fans, if you want something to give you something interesting to watch, maybe watch this young lad that we've been linked with and see if he's any good. Do your own scout and report at home as you watch the World Cup. So let's have a look. He is the one on the right in the colours of Dundee United, the Tangerines and Blacks. Millwall are interested in Dundee United midfielder Dylan Levitt. Journalist Alan Nixon has reported. So it's been reported by Alan Nixon, who used to put this stuff. He's on Twitter as Reluctant Nico. He used to put this stuff on Twitter for free. Now he's decided to put it all behind a paywall on Patreon, so people who subscribe to him can see it. Otherwise, I will pull it up, but there's no point. Having come through the youth ranks at Manchester United, Levitt endured frustrating loan spells with Charlton and Istra 1961. Who are they? Well, they are Croatian. Before joining Dundee United on a temporary basis last season, i.e. a loan. The successful campaign saw him make a move to the Scottish Premiership permanent this summer, and he has made a total of 47 appearances in all competitions for the Terrors, scoring 9 goals. These performances have earned him a place in Wales squad for the World Cup in Qatar. It seems they are attracting attention from South Footballer once again. According to this latest update, Millwall have had scouts watching Levitt recently as they consider a January move for the 22-year-old. It is thought that Dundee United could sell the midfielder for the price in January, but would want a significant fee with his contract at Tannadice not set to expire until summer of 2024. Is that it? So, for his part, Levitt is said to be interested in the possibility of a move to the Championship and is hopeful of attracting attention during his time in Qatar. The verdict: this does look as though it could potentially be a useful signing for Millwall to make in January. Levitt looks to have come a long way since struggling to make an impact against Charlton, so may now be ready to show what he can really do in the Championship. Indeed, the experience of playing at a World Cup could also do him good in that sense. You can understand why the 22-year-old will be an appealing target for Lions. With James Shelton and Callum Styles also currently only on loan at the Den, there may be a need for some extra midfield reinforcement in the long term, meaning a deal for Levitt could turn out to be one that is worth pursuing for them. And that seems to be the end of the story. So they say it could be a useful signing for Mill to make in January. Not for the rest of this season. I mean, just going forward. I mean, he's 22 years old. He's worked his way through the Welsh ranks, Welsh under 17, Welsh under 19. He played one game for Wales under 21. And I'm like, nah, let's get this geezer in the first team. He's played, is it like 13 Wales caps so far? He's only 22. He went on loan to Charlton. They didn't really play him. So Manchester United, well, what's happening here? And they recalled him. Then they loaned him out. But by the time they went to loan him out, the transfer window closed. So they loaned him out to a Croatian team because transfer window is about coming in, not going out. So I think the Croatian transfer window was still open for some reason. I don't know how they managed that, but I think it was. And then he goes there. It was like random. He goes to some random club in Croatia just to play. He's like, yeah, I want to play. Send me there. He goes there. He helps them get to the cup final. Not bad, eh? And then he comes back to Man United. He goes on a season-long loan at Dundee United. Gets voted the fans' player of the year. So I don't know if he got released by Man United or if they let him go to Dundee or what happened, but he signed for Dundee. Apparently, it's a 2-year deal. So I say he's going into last year. He's coming up to the summer. He'll be going into last year of his contract, like they say. So Dundee United don't have to sell him in January. It's not one of those. His contract's not running out next summer. It's the summer after that. But that's how you've got to do it. And this geezer is pretty good. He's pretty good. And how good is he? Well, we're going to have a look now. So this is from WhoScored.com. And here he is, Dylan Levitt. 22 years old, just turned 22 literally a couple of days ago. 17th of November 2000. Jesus. Not very tall, but that's fine. So here we go. This, I think, is this season. Scottish Premiership for Dundee United. 13 starts, 1 substitute appearances, 3 goals, 1 assist, 3 yellow cards. Passing accuracy of 82.5%. And a rating of 6.69. UEFA Nations League A. That's for Wales. That's an international game. So he's played in the Nations League. 3 appearances, 229 minutes. Got a rating of 6.55. In the European Championship, he came on as a sub. Only had 4 minutes, so that can't really tell much from that. He's played in the European football for Dundee United, a Conference League. I believe they had 2 games. I think they didn't get into the group stage. They beat AZ Alkmaar 1-0. Then they went to Holland and ended up losing 7-0. We'll get into that later as well. Scottish League Cup, Scottish Cup, FIFA World Cup. 1 substitute appearance, so that's obviously a qualifier, but he is going to the World Cup. He could play against England. So here we go. He plays as a centre midfielder and a defensive centre midfielder. Getting a rating of 6.6-ish. And his characteristics: long shots, very good. Dribbling, good. Passing, good. Weaknesses: aerial duel. He likes to play long balls and he likes to shoot from distance. That sounds like a Millwall player to me. And here are his latest matches, so we're going to have a little look at his match history. Also from WhoScored.com. So here we go. This is going back to last summer, actually. So that European Championship game that he played in Euro Group A against Italy, away to Italy, come off the bench, had 4 minutes. In February last season, in the Scottish Cup, they've got that on here for some reason. I don't know why. And then in the UEFA Nations League A, Group 4, yeah, against Poland, played 90 minutes, got 7.14 rating. Played against the Netherlands, played 67 minutes, got 6.2. That was in the same week. And then we get into, I believe this is this season, the 30th of July 2022, Kilmarnock Dundee, he scores a goal. Plays 90 minutes, 6.81. And here's the European game that I told you about. Dundee United 1, AZ Alkmaar 0. That's the UEFA Conference League. And then in the return leg, AZ Alkmaar 7, Dundee United 0. He played 75 minutes. There's no score for that because they don't rate for that. Now here's the thing in Scottish football. Let's be honest, realistically, there are only 2 very good teams. And they are called Celtic and Rangers. And these are kind of somewhere between, on their day, they can be as good as a English Premiership team. And when they're not, they can be top level Championship team. So, what you want to look at when you're looking at a player that's playing in Scotland, how do they do against Celtic and Rangers? You can see. So in the Scottish Cup, here in March 2022. He lost 3-0. There's no rating for that, but he only played 72 minutes, so he did get subbed off by Sue. So we need to go down and see. So here's another one. August 2022, a couple of months ago. Dundee United 0, Celtic 9. He played 90 minutes in that and got 5.29, which is his lowest rating on here. And you should think so in a 9-0 defeat. So, but then against Rangers, they lose 2-1. He gets 6.56 over 90 minutes. So he's getting better. He's getting better against the top team. Where are we? So we come down. Latest one, a couple of weeks ago. They lose 4-2 away at Celtic, but he scores a goal, gets a yellow card, plays 26 minutes. Not bad for 26 minutes getting a goal and a yellow card, and he gets a rating of 7.02. So he's obviously improving as he's playing the top teams in the league, which is a good sign. Like I said, he's just turned 22, was 21, now he's 22. And you can see his ratings on here, pretty good. More or less always 6.5 and above. Just the one dud one, which is when they lost 9-0 at home to Celtic. So there you go. That is Dylan Levitt. Now, what the link is that we've sent someone to scout him doesn't really mean anything. You should be scouting players all the time. The only thing is, so obviously you're watching videos, streams, or YouTube videos, whatever, and then you look at someone, you think, okay, let's actually turn up to a game and watch him in real life, because you want to watch someone. When you're watching a video of a game, the camera more or less just follows the ball. Whereas if you're watching a certain player in a game, you're going to go up there, you're going to sit in the stands, and you're going to watch that player. You're not going to worry about what the ball's doing. You're going to watch him. What does he do off the ball? Does he move around properly? Does he tell other people to move around? Does he need to be told by the coaches and other players to get in positions and whatnot? Does he see things off the ball? And does he action them? Does he have a logos? Does he understand the game and how it works? So good that we're sending a scout to watch him. He does seem to be a very good player. He has the pedigree. He's had the pedigree. He's been at Man United. He's been in that stable, thoroughbred. He's come down a bit. It's taken a while to get going, and now he could be starting to get on the way back up, which is good. He's an international as well. Now it is on Wales, but still. Another thing with that is after this World Cup, and I've just found this out, the next World Cup, there's going to be 48 teams in the World Cup. It's going to be massively expanded. So that we could see the likes. I don't know how old George Sowell is. He could be in the World Cup next time around, if he gets in the squad for Northern Ireland. We could see a lot more Millwall players at the next World Cup in the USA. So that would be good. And how they're going to do it is they're going to have groups of 3. The top 2 in each group go through, and then they're going to have a 32-team knockout round before the last 16. So it's going to be last 32, last 16, yada yada yada, semi-final, final, Champions. So there you go. He's going to be in the FIFA World Cup. They're going to play tomorrow against USA, I believe. So if you want to see how he plays and See if he looks like he's going to be a good fit for Millwall. Now, yesterday's video, I told you about another player that we've been linked with, which was, is it Evan Ferguson? Something Ferguson. Now, he actually played today. Ireland got a couple of games, and he came on as a sub the other day, I believe. And he came on as a sub today. No, the one the other day was like 1 minute. Literally just like, what was the point? It was just some kind of statement, because he's the fourth. He's now the fourth youngest player to play for Ireland. So, okay, what does that mean? But he now came on. He came on in the 77th minute and had a bit of action. So here he is, Evan Ferguson, 6.4 rating against Malta away. I think it was in Malta, or it might have been in the neutral territory. Not too sure. Obviously, it's an international friendly, and there's not much information because all eyes were on the World Cup. So here we go. 13 minutes played. He had one shot which was blocked. He had 3 passes, 2 of which were accurate. He had 2 ground duels, which he didn't do. Yeah, he lost possession 3 times, gave away 1 foul, and that is it. As Ireland win 1-0 at Malta, and you can see Ireland are ranked 49th in the FIFA rankings, and Malta are ranked 168th. So a lot of the Irish fans not happy with the national team now, but the quality of player that they have now has kind of dropped off since back in the day. There's not much they can do, really. I mean, Robbie Keane is a long, long way in the distance now. They haven't got any striker anywhere near that good of Robbie Keane, who played with Inter Milan and many other clubs at the top level. But yeah, so this guy from Brighton. I told you in yesterday's video that we might be linked with him, taking him on loan. He seems to have a bit more about him. I don't think he's going to be a Troy Parrott Mark II, because he's got a bit more stature about him. He is a bit more of a centre forward style player, whereas Troy Parrott is kind of more like a attacking midfielder kind of style of player. When we thought we were getting strikers, so there you go, Evan Ferguson there. Now, talking of international friendlies and whatnot, I told you the other day, Callum Styles has been playing football for Hungary. He's not on holiday, he's playing some football games. He played 90 minutes the other day in a 2-2 draw at Luxembourg, and he's played here in this game, which sounds like a cracker. I'm trying to get some highlights on YouTube or somewhere else, but it seems impossible to find at this time. Hopefully they might get put up later today, tomorrow. This Callum Styles again played 90 minutes as Hungary hosted Greece, and they ended up winning 2-1 with a last-minute goal. And Callum Styles was very much involved throughout the whole game. If we click on him, he's one of the lowest rated players. We'll find out why that is in a minute. 6.0 he got. And here he is here. Played 90 minutes, got 1 assist. Why does he score so low then if he got 1 assist? Well, 67 touches, passing accuracy of 87%, 47 from 54. 1 key pass, one long ball, which was not accurate. 1 shot off target. Ground duels, he had 8, but he only won 1 of them. Lost possession 13 times, fouled once, and gave away a foul once. Dribbled past once, and he gave away a penalty. That is why he got, I believe, got a low rating of 6.0. He gave away the penalty that scored. So obviously, if we look on the left here, Roland Saleh put Hungary in the lead with an assist by Callum Styles in the 15th minute. Good stuff. Game goes on into the second half. We've got substitutions all over the shop. 81 minutes. There was a foul, or I don't know if it was a foul or handball or what happened. Like I said, I'm trying to find highlights. Can't find them. So he gives away a penalty, and Greece take the penalty and score in the 81st minute, 1-1. Coming up into injury time, look at this. So there's a geezer called Zolt Kalmar. He comes into the match in the 90 plus 2 minutes. On 90 plus 3 minutes, he scores a goal. 90 plus 4 minutes, he gets the yellow card, presumably because he's going absolutely doolally celebrating that he's just scored the winning goal, even though it's in the friendly against Greece. So there you go. Very eventful break for Callum Styles. 2 international games, 2 sets of 90 minutes. Obviously, he's not been playing that much for us. He has been playing a part, but not every game. So I don't know if he said to them, "Look, I haven't been playing much for Millwall. Can I play 90 minutes in these 2 games, please?" And he has. And there you go. Another international Millwall player, Hungary. And on that note, thank you for watching and goodbye.